Alright, well, welcome to the next video. It is currently October 2nd, and it's going to be the first official build day, I guess you want to call it. We have to get some things done. First of all, let me flip the camera around real quick. We have to put the base in place for the tower. Still debating on exactly how I'm going to do this. Now I do have a plate. I'll figure out where the plate is. But I have a plate for the tower. It's got to be over here somewhere. Anyway, the plate of the tower mounts to a piece of, or to concrete, or anything solid, which in this case will be concrete. And then it is the same distance, obviously, as these three pieces. So the plate will be mounted to the concrete, and then you just basically set the tower on top, and you go up from there. So take a trip over to the other side where the tower is going to go. I did go to Home Depot and got the concrete I need. I've got some other things for some other projects that we got going on. But let's go over here to where the tower is going to go. I've got to do some measurement. But I believe the tower is going to go right about where that leaf is, actually. So I got to dig a hole, build a frame to form the concrete slab, and it's going to be real low, about ground level, and get that concrete mixed up and set. Oh, there's the plate right there. Right there. There's the plate that could be mounted. So the concrete pad is going to be just a little bit larger than that. Just gotta do some measurements, make sure the tower's gonna be in the right spot. But it's gonna go right about here. And then I got the idea right now, anyways, to get the trampoline ring. And that's going to go around the bottom to be the base that holds the bottom of the tree together. And yeah, I'm doing. Got to put up the Christmas tree for the Halloween show. That's going to be part of the Halloween show. I did get some shelf holders, basically, to mount on the wall, like so. Not here anyway. It's going to be over there in front of the those two windows right there. And then they got the one with the hook on it, so we can mount these pipes. I got 20 foot of pipe. I only going to need about 15 foot of it or so. And then those pipes will be what we hang the DMX lights on. And it's going to be right where this eave sticks out a little bit further. Alright, so we're going to be mounting the pipe. Probably put one hook here, 2, 3, 4 at least. I got 6 of them. But the laser's going to go in the middle, and then I'm going to get the 2 moving head floods on each side, and then the 2 moving head other stuff's going to go down the ground. So I'm going to go ahead and get the hole dug and get the concrete poured and get all that stuff done. So check back in when we get some work done. All right, that only took about 20 minutes, but there you go. It's 4 bags of 60-pound concrete, and just got lucky, I guess. But I built a little frame that's 20 by 18. It's the dimensions of the pad, the plate. So I just built the pad the same dimensions. I framed it out with some wood I had in the shed, dug a hole which I eyeballed to be about deep enough, and I was afraid I wasn't gonna have enough, but that's exactly 4 bags of concrete there, and it's I don't know, about a foot deep maybe. And we obviously put the wood frame in and leveled the frame, This way when you scrape the concrete with the wood on the frame, that concrete pad should be level, or pretty damn close to it. Now I'm only going up 30 feet or so, which is about the height of this tower, so it's not super tall. So I'm not too concerned. If I was going to go up any higher, I'd definitely use guide wires. I would feel safe with going up to my full height, which is 60 feet, but I definitely have to use guide wires since it's freestanding. But the good thing about this is I'll have anchor. Once this dries, I'll drill holes and put anchors in, some lag bolts, and I'll be able to remove the plate, and it'll just be a concrete pad during the off season, which will be level with the ground. And then next year when I'm ready to put it back up, I just put the pad back down and go up from there. That's the beauty of being a homeowner now. I've been renting for so long and every house has been different. If you can follow my channel, you'll know what I mean. But now that I own, things can be custom built and in a certain way where we can reuse them each year. So I'm going to let that set and dry before I do anything else to it. I'm going to start working on the putting the bar up over these windows. Alright, the bar's up. I got to cut them down. I want to cut them down to about here because nothing's going to be over here hanging out. At least that's the plan for right now. But they're good. I mean, I got the white ones here because when I take this down off season, we can leave the hooks up. They kind of blend in with the house. Maybe we can hang some plants or something on it in the off season. But we've got the middle here. The laser is going to go here in the middle. I might have to attach these somehow because you put the weight, you pull the weight on this, and it's gonna pull up on that side. But I'm gonna have lights on that side too, so I gotta play it by ear, see what you gotta do. Also trying to make this as neat as possible, and so I'm gonna have a lot of wires up there, a lot of DMX cables and power cords. So I gotta figure out a way to bring those down to hide them. And I'm gonna have 2 DMX lights up on the roof too. So my wire management this year is gonna be a little tricky. I had thought about bringing them over to this corner and then bringing them down in this, so it's kind of a little out of sight. But we'll see once I get them hung up. All right. Well, this is what I'm going to work with. I built the one. I'm only going to have 4 of these moving bars on this bar, and then we have the laser on this bar. Now the laser, looking at this, is probably going to, I'm going to need to get some sort of protective cover, maybe a piece of plexiglass or something to go from the eave down here, just to kind of protect it from any wind-driven rain. Because yes, it'll be underneath the eave, as you can see, but to protect it, it's going to be hanging basically down to about here. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit more. It's going to be hanging down to about here, and even though it'll be covered, I'm concerned with it still getting wet, especially if you have any wind or anything like that. So but anyway, with the moving heads, I got 4 of these. So these are the little garden yard plant cover things. They're just thin plastic, but this will prevent it from any wind-driven rain hitting it. I'm going to keep the vent open in the bottom, and as you can see up here, how I was able to get those covered. I thought I would be able to mount these right up to the bar, but I'm unable to do that because they're not tall enough. So what I did is I took a piece of fir strip that I had, cut it long enough to go through, and then stapled the cover to the fir strip, and that'll hold it. Now I've got my controller here to make sure that it wasn't going to hit, and it's not going to hit, so I think we should be good. Now I might put some more, if I feel like I need it, I might take some plastic or something and just cover and wrap the top of this to try to prevent, I mean, that's got to be some pretty strong wind to get anything into the cover here, but I might do that just to be on the safe side. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount all the rest of the good thing about this. The good thing, like, see, the initial idea was I thought I was going to be able to mount this to the pipe, which was good. I mean, if I want to remove this, I can still just unscrew it here and pull it off the bar. If for whatever reason I need to pull it down, these things are going to be permanently installed here. I do have a security camera right here that I'm going to have fixed on these, so to keep you know, any bad people away, hopefully. But I'm hoping with everything else they got going on in the yard that'll be the last thing on someone's mind. But if I, for whatever reason, have any issues or any concerns or something, I can literally just take that and screw, pull the cords off of it and bring it in, which I'm hoping not to have to do because I don't want to have to set this up every single day. There's a couple things that I might have to do, like the fog machines and stuff at the bottom, because those aren't waterproof. But for these, I think that'll be good. All right, well, we got everything fired up and hanging and set up. All that, well, everything. We got all our DMX lights up. That is how bright it is. Looking straight at it with everything pointing out. And let me go ahead and cut off these lights here. Putting those down. Bring those down. So it's hard to see. It's more visible in person, but there's our lasers. That's as high as they're going to shoot. And that's as bright as it's going to get. Those are the white color. So it's actually, in all honesty, pretty impressive. I'll go ahead and throw up a picture. That actually picked up the strings a little bit better. And then when we add some haze or some fog to it, it's going to pop a little bit more. And when it gets a little bit more humid out and things like that, it'll pop. We got our projection going on in the window. So that's kind of cool. And because of the projection in the window, I was going to put 2 floodlights on either side of the window, but I decided not to because it'll probably wash out the projection. So I'm going to put 3 up top and 3 on the bottom shooting up, and then 2 more I'm going to have to figure out where. But I think this is about it for today, and we'll work on some more stuff tomorrow. Alright, well, so today I've just been finishing up cleaning up some of the wires. I actually mounted the box for the floods. Put some more decorations up, whatever we have. I trimmed up the tree, pulled the weeds, and now the next step will be installing the plate on the concrete pad that we laid yesterday. So concrete's cured, so I'm going to mark 6 spots here, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 in the middle here, 1, 2, and 3. So mark those, drill those out, put our anchors in, and then we've got our bolts that's going to hold that down. So we're going to get this in place and ready to go. Alright, taking a break from the outside stuff, I'm going to work on some inside stuff. I've got to push 3200 pixels into this strip for the mega tree. It's just the hottest part of the day, might as well come in and take a little break and get it going. So here's half of my pixels. They've all been tested, and the strips, so basically they just snap into place. Now we're doing 3-inch spacing, so I'm going to leave two holes in between. So that'd be 1, 2, 3-inch spacing. I'm also going to leave 2 holes at the very top because I'm going to need to have this to hang from the top of the tree, and I'll leave 2 holes at the bottom as well to hook on the bottom of the ring. So I get to going, start to pushing pixels. Alright, next project I'm working on, I've built these shelves to kind of go over the peak of the roof. These are the shelves that the big moving heads are going to sit on. And just used some scrap wood that I had, and I went ahead and leveled them. So hoping that the peak of the roof this way was level, which it seems to be. It's close enough. Because the only adjustment I have is this way, and you can see that they're level. So we'll set the moving heads up here, and then we'll figure out a way to tie them down, just in case we have some heavy winds or something. But they're heavy enough. I don't really, not too concerned with them. But I've got, you know, the solar panels and things, and the vent and stuff I can tie it down to, so I'm not too concerned. But I need to put these up so I can continue programming, and if I can see them while I'm programming, it's going to make my life a lot easier. So they're heavy, and the only way I got to get up in the roof is through this tower, so it's going to be a little tricky to get them up here, but let's do it. Alright, so they're up, they're level, they're ready to rock and roll. Power's coming in from the back side over here, up. I put the power strip, or the power source underneath, upside down and underneath the panel over here. I did have to add a jumper. I had to hardwire this jumper in to communicate DMX between the two, because they didn't come with, see, these have these pigtails for DMX, and it came with adapters, and the adapter is only for an input, and then it's got another adapter here for an output, but it didn't come with that little piece, so I had to cut the wire and piece in my own, which works. All this obviously going to be hidden. You're not going to see any of these wires, and the only two wires that are going up front is the DMX, being this is the input coming in from the bar up front, and then I got a power cord because I'm running all the DMX lights off the main source, and that's got to be on a timer, so they're not on constantly all day. I'll have it come on, 5 o'clock and shut off around midnight every night, but there's no reason for them to be on. So I'm gonna get down and hook up these lights, DMX, and the power and everything, and we'll be ready to program with all of our DMX lights. All right, so this is my evening for the next few nights. I got all the lights up, as you can see, are running. I've muted the sound so I don't get copyrighted, but I sit out here in the yard, talk to people that drive by, and program lights. So kind of give you an idea. It's not showing up, you can see the lasers there. It's showing up a lot better in person, but we got the spotlights going up in the sky. Right now they're green, so the any colored is not going to shine as bright. You can see it, I can see it here. It's not showing up that well in the camera, but it's there. You can kind of see it. But when they're white, they're obviously a lot brighter. But this is a Halloween show, so I'm doing some programming for that, and just so you know, that little red and blue light flashing up there's my security camera. I got the security settings on there just in case anybody comes in the yard. I have it notified, and it actually has a little warning sound that comes out, and it flashes red and blue to try to discourage people, because there's a lot of money sitting out here, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want anything bad to happen anyway. So the DMX is so much easier to program when you're looking at it. So I'm sitting out here programming on the DMX. Since I've got it all up and running, I could probably get one song programmed within a matter of 30 minutes or so, which is pretty good. Now it's just a basic programming, but I can go, and fine tune it a little bit later once I get everything kind of set. But all the floodlights and the pixel tree and everything else is pretty easy to program, just based on using the previewer here. But the DMX is easier to see in person. So anyway, I'm going to use this video to cut this clip to cut the video. We'll be having plenty more. I'm blinding myself here. Plenty more videos coming soon. This weekend, I'm not scheduled to have this Halloween show up until the week of Halloween, but I'm hoping that possibly if I can get a lot done this weekend, I might be able to come on this weekend. But I got to put the pixel tree up. That's coming up here pretty soon. I got to put the lights up in the oak tree. So that's another big project to be done. Hopefully I can get all that done by this weekend. And if I am out here in the evenings programming, I might be able to get the show going if not with just 2 or 3 songs on repeat. I plan on trying to. I've decided to add a couple more songs to my Halloween show. So, but once I get all that done, I gotta then focus on Christmas. I gotta start programming Christmas. So, stay tuned. More videos to come. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.